Hi everybody. I seem to be having some wonky things going on with my video this morning. I'm going to try this again. So if you've already somehow miraculously got my video, it shows me that I'm recording and it's going live right now, but when I went back on my page, there was no video anywhere to be found. So this is going to be a repeat of what I just did earlier. So if you were able to see it on your end, I'd like you to let me know, and then I can look into. I might have changed some settings and didn't realize I did it. Anyway, I'm going to go with the cards that I initially drew. I used the deck again, the Triple Goddess. And for those that don't know, the Triple Goddess taps into the energy of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And by seeing which image is on the card helps to interpret the meaning of that card. And it's more a visual for the person I'm reading for, because in my mind, I'm receiving messages regardless of the card. They just do help to bring a pattern and clarity to the message. So anyway, the first, for those of you, this is card number 1. And as I said, I intuitively drew these earlier when I was rambling on for about 15 minutes. This is card number 1. Card number 2. And remember, don't overthink it. Just what number, what card do you feel drawn to? And card number 3. So one more time for you. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Got your number? Now all I'm going to do is tell you now what these cards are. So for those of you who chose card number 1, you get the maiden. Now the maiden, she's that energy that comes when you're a child. Remember, we're a clean slate when we come into this world. It's after we're here that we learn what to fear, what to love. It's our culturally influenced, family influence, our religious upbringing. All of those things are fed into us. So depending on where you're born, what family you're born into, can be totally different because the environment is different. And then we're given all this information as we grow. Then we need to learn what works for us, what is true for us, and what is not. So the maiden is all about that starting. And remember, children, they like to be playful, and that's what your card is. It's reminding you that this week you need to spend some time in playfulness. I feel as though there's quite a few of you that have been very busy right now, maybe a little bit feeling overwhelmed and overburdened through your personal life, your workspace. It's okay. Give yourself permission to do something playful, whatever that is for you, whether it's an all day or a weekend getaway, or whether it's only for 20 minutes to go out for that walk, to watch a show that's completely mind numbing but funny. Something where you can take yourself away from the stress, from the everyday life sort of thing, and just live in joy. It's okay. Give yourself permission to do that. There's a difference between being childlike and childish. So to be childlike is to find pleasure and joy in the simple things. I love it when there's a little, like about a 2-year-old, and they're doing something so silly and they've got that belly laugh and that makes you laugh too. Find things like that. The simple things are usually the best things. You're going to have opportunities that come up this week where you can take part in those. So allow yourself to. You deserve it. And you just tell yourself, I deserve to be happy. Simple as that. All right, card number 2. Now she's gone to the completely other end. She's the crone. Now the crone, she's a pretty smart gal. And I'm not just saying that because I'm one now. But the crone energy represents someone who's life experience, they've got knowledge. This can come at any age. Some very young people, especially if they're an old soul coming into this world, they're born with an understanding and a wisdom. You just need to develop it. The crone can be very even though they have wisdom to share and understand things, sometimes they get a little lax and they think that I know it already, I don't have to do anything more, I don't have to learn anymore. And that's not true. As long as you have breath, you're here to learn and experience the human existence. So she's telling you to be confident in yourself, not to the point where you don't think you need to know anything else, but give yourself credit for what you do know and be willing to share that with other people. You can be more of a help in a situation that you give than you're giving yourself credit for. You have more knowledge within you to know what's right for you if you only take that time to listen to how your body and mind responds. You're having a change come up over the next month, and this week you have some decisions to make. And I feel as though there's some of you that are flopping back and forth. And it stems down to your lack of confidence in your own decision making. So follow your heart. Listen to what is good for you. You know more than you're giving yourself credit for. Card number 3, we're back to the maiden again. And this time she's saying changeable. Oh, so you might groan with that. Because, there are some who don't like change, like everything to be the same way, breakfast at the same time, supper at the same time, a laid out schedule, and don't interrupt it. She's reminding you it's okay to be changeable because you don't want to miss the opportunities that can come to you in those changes. Oftentimes I've learned that we build it up in our mind that, oh, this won't work well, or it won't be good if I do it a certain way, or I need to I'll go back to the eating thing. I have to have my supper at 5 o'clock or my world will come to an end. But what if changing that supper time meant that you were able to meet with someone, or you were able to stay out at something longer before you came home? Really, get your priorities here. Be okay with changing things up and actually experiencing life. We may not all be able to go on those expensive cruises and go around the world, and kudos to those of you who can and do and continue to find ways to do it. But if that's not your thing, or you don't feel you're in a place financially where you can do things like that, that doesn't mean that you still can't change things up. That doesn't mean that you aren't deserving for opportunities to make a difference in your life, and it all starts with you. So let's just go through that again very quickly. Card number 1 was about being playful. Card number 2 was having confidence. Card number 3 was changeable. So what is it when we put all 3 cards together? Well, the first card, as you recall, is playfulness. So that's the main theme for all of us this week. I love it. It means to have fun. Find, even if you have something stressful, engaging that comes up, find those conversations, those opportunities where you can be playful. I know my family, and we've got a bit of a warped sense of humor, and even in moments that maybe could be where like grieving or a sadness can be there, we find ways to bring each other up through being playful. So this week is about being playful. Take a break. No matter how busy your schedule is, you need to be changeable in order to be playful. All right? Be okay with breaking the schedule a bit. Be confident in your decisions. Be okay with it. Don't beat yourself up over it, thinking you're undeserving of that. You are. You deserve the time to be playful, to have new opportunities, and it's okay to change things up. That's how you have new life experiences. Otherwise, you're living in the past if you're always doing things you know. So let's get out there. Let's start today. What can you do today that's playful? Maybe it's just watching an old show that makes you laugh. Maybe it's going and, like myself, I'm looking forward to going to the retirement home today with my one of my very dear friends, and we're going to do a sound bath there for them. I'm looking forward to that and to be playful. What are you going to do? Can you find ways? I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'd love to hear from you. Namaste.